Welcome back to the Senior Strength Show, where we uncover the hidden truths about healthy aging. We're tackling something so basic, so fundamental, that most people never give it a second thought: how you drink water. If you're over 60, you've probably been told to drink more water countless times. Stay hydrated, your doctor says. Drink 8 glasses a day, the health magazines suggest. But what if I told you that most seniors are making critical mistakes with their water intake that are actually accelerating aging, worsening brain fog, and even increasing fall risk? You see, hydration after 60 isn't just about quantity, it's about timing, temperature, mineral content, and even the type of container you're using. Get these wrong, and you could be flooding your system while still remaining chronically dehydrated at the cellular level. Today, we're joined once again by Japan's most respected longevity expert. At over 100 years old, his skin remains supple, his mind razor sharp, and his energy levels rival those of people half his age. His secret? A precise water drinking protocol that most people get completely backwards. And in just a few minutes, he'll also share the hydration tip his own mother followed until age 104. Doctor, welcome back.
Thank you. This topic is incredibly close to my heart because I see the effects of poor hydration habits every single day in my practice. What most people don't realize is that dehydration is one of the leading causes of hospitalization in adults over 65, not because they're not drinking water, but because they're drinking it all wrong. Today, I'm going to reveal the 6 most dangerous water mistakes that are silently undermining your health, energy, and longevity. More importantly, I'll show you exactly how to fix each one using techniques I've refined over decades of practice.
But before we dive into the 6 mistakes, let's clear up something most seniors get wrong about thirst and why it's already too late once you feel it.
Doctor, help our listeners understand why hydration becomes more complex as we age.
As we age, several critical changes occur in our bodies that make proper hydration both more important and more challenging. First, our kidneys become less efficient at concentrating urine, meaning we lose more water with each bathroom trip. Second, our thirst sensation diminishes. The hypothalamus, which regulates thirst, becomes less sensitive. Many seniors are already dehydrated before they feel thirsty. Third, our total body water content drops from about 60% in young adults to as low as 45% in seniors. But here's what's most concerning: cellular dehydration. Even if you're drinking plenty of water, it might not be reaching your cells effectively. This leads to what I call flood and drought syndrome. Your bladder is full, but your brain, muscles, and organs are starving for proper hydration.
And this affects more than just feeling thirsty.
Absolutely. Dr. Batman Jelic, a pioneering researcher in hydration science, found that chronic cellular dehydration contributes to joint pain, cognitive decline, digestive issues, and even cardiovascular problems in older adults. I had a patient, Ruth, 74, from Vancouver, who was drinking 10 to 12 glasses of water daily, but still experiencing severe brain fog, frequent UTIs, and fatigue. Once we corrected her hydration mistakes, which I'll share today, all of these symptoms resolved within 3 weeks.
Let's get into mistake number 1, because I suspect many of our viewers are making this error first thing every morning without realizing it.
What is the biggest mistake here?
The biggest mistake I see is what I call camel drinking, consuming large amounts of water in one sitting, thinking you're getting ahead of your hydration needs. A typical example: someone drinks 16 to 20 ounces first thing in the morning, then maybe another large glass at lunch and dinner. Here's the problem: your kidneys can only process about 8 to 10 ounces of water per hour efficiently. When you flood your system with large amounts, most of it goes straight through without being absorbed at the cellular level. Worse yet, this creates what's called water intoxication. You dilute your blood sodium levels, which can cause confusion, weakness, and in severe cases, dangerous swelling in the brain.
So what's the right approach?
Think like a plant, not a camel. Plants thrive with small, frequent watering, and so do your cells. I recommend the sip and absorb method, 3 to 4 ounces every 30 to 45 minutes throughout the day. This allows your kidneys to process the water efficiently, your cells to actually absorb it, and your electrolyte balance to remain stable. Dr. Stanley Goldfarb from the University of Pennsylvania found that frequent, small water intake improves cellular hydration by up to 40% compared to large, infrequent consumption. Margaret, 69, from Chicago, was drinking 3 large glasses of water daily and still felt constantly dehydrated. When she switched to sipping 4 ounces every 45 minutes, her energy improved dramatically, her skin became more supple, and her chronic constipation resolved.
That's just the first shift. Coming up, we'll explore the common breakfast drink that actually blocks hydration and weakens digestion. Day. What's the big deal with drinking ice-cold water? Isn't it refreshing, or is it secretly sabotaging our digestion after 60?
Ice-cold water is one of the worst things you can do to your digestive system, especially after 60. When you drink water colder than about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, it shocks your digestive tract and actually impairs absorption. Here's what happens. Cold water causes your blood vessels to constrict, reducing circulation to your digestive organs. It also requires significant energy to warm the water to body temperature before it can be used, energy that could be better spent on cellular repair and maintenance. But there's an even more serious concern for seniors. Cold water can disrupt your vagus nerve, which controls digestion, heart rate, and even immune function. This can lead to digestive upset, irregular heartbeat, and poor nutrient absorption.
What temperature should water be?
Ideally, room temperature to slightly warm, between 68 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. In traditional Chinese medicine, we've known for thousands of years that warm water supports kidney function and improves circulation. I recommend starting your day with warm water, not hot, with a squeeze of fresh lemon. The warmth supports your digestive fire, while the lemon provides vitamin C and helps alkalize your system. Throughout the day, room temperature water is perfect. If you crave something cooler, add a few cucumber slices or mint leaves for flavor, without the shock of ice. James, 71, from Phoenix, had been drinking ice water his entire life and suffering from chronic indigestion. Within 2 weeks of switching to room temperature water, his digestion improved so dramatically that he was able to reduce his antacid medication by half.
The third mistake involves something many people don't consider when they think about hydration, but might explain why some seniors drink all day and still feel tired, foggy, or dizzy.
This is perhaps the most dangerous mistake, drinking plain water without considering electrolyte balance. Pure water without minerals can actually dehydrate you at the cellular level by diluting your body's natural electrolyte concentration. After 60, this becomes critical because our kidneys are less efficient at maintaining electrolyte balance, and many seniors are on medications that affect sodium, potassium, and magnesium levels. When you drink plain water without electrolytes, your body tries to maintain balance by either holding on to the water, causing bloating and swelling, or rapidly eliminating it, causing frequent urination without true hydration at the cellular level.
So what's the solution here?
Every glass of water should contain a small amount of natural electrolytes, not sports drinks. Those are loaded with sugar and artificial ingredients. I'm talking about real minerals. My favorite recipe? Add a pinch of high-quality sea salt, Celtic or Himalayan, to each glass of water. Just about 1/8 teaspoon per 8 ounces. This not only provides sodium, but also trace minerals like magnesium and potassium. For variety, you can also add a squeeze of fresh lemon or lime for natural potassium, a few drops of liquid trace minerals, or even a small amount of coconut water for natural electrolytes. Dr. James DiNicolantonio, a cardiovascular research scientist, has shown that adequate sodium intake actually improves hydration and can help prevent the dizziness and falls that are common in dehydrated seniors. Linda, 68 from Seattle, was drinking plenty of plain water, but experiencing frequent dizziness and fatigue. Her doctor was concerned about her blood pressure. When we added just a pinch of sea salt to her water, her symptoms resolved, her blood pressure stabilized, and her energy levels soared.
Coming up in just a moment, mistake number 4, and why your glass of water during dinner might actually be robbing you of the very nutrients your body desperately needs. This next mistake might come as a surprise, especially for those of us who like to wash down our meals with a big glass of water. Is it really that harmful to drink water during or right after eating?
This is a mistake that directly impacts digestion and nutrient absorption. Drinking large amounts of water with or immediately after meals. Most seniors do this thinking it helps with digestion, but it actually does the opposite. When you drink water with food, you dilute your stomach acid and digestive enzymes, making it much harder to break down proteins and absorb nutrients. This is especially problematic after 60, when stomach acid production naturally decreases. Poor digestion leads to nutrient deficiencies, which accelerate aging and increase the risk of everything from osteoporosis to cognitive decline.
When should people drink water around meals?
Follow what I call the 30-30 rule. Stop drinking water 30 minutes before eating and wait 30 minutes after finishing your meal before drinking again. This gives your digestive system the chance to work at full strength. If you must have liquid with meals, limit it to 4 ounces maximum of room temperature water, or better yet, sip warm herbal tea like ginger or chamomile, which actually supports digestion. Between meals, return to your regular hydration schedule. This timing ensures optimal digestion while maintaining proper hydration throughout the day. Robert, 73 from Dallas, had been struggling with bloating and poor nutrient absorption, despite eating a healthy diet. When he implemented the 30-30 rule, his digestion improved dramatically, and his vitamin D and B12 levels, which had been chronically low, normalized within 2 months.
We've covered timing and temperature, but up next, we'll expose the hidden health risks in the very container you're drinking from right now. If it's plastic or metal, you'll want to pay close attention. This one honestly never crossed my mind, but you're saying even the bottle we drink from can affect how well we hydrate? What exactly makes a container wrong for seniors?
Most people don't realize that the container you drink from can significantly impact both the quality of your water and your body's ability to absorb it. The 2 biggest culprits are plastic bottles and aluminum containers. Plastic bottles, especially when exposed to heat or sunlight, leach chemicals like BPA, phthalates, and microplastics into your water. These compounds are endocrine disruptors that can accelerate aging and increase inflammation. For seniors, this is especially concerning because our detoxification systems become less efficient with age. We're less able to clear these toxins, leading to accumulation in tissues.
What about aluminum bottles? Those seem popular now.
Aluminum can leach into water, and aluminum accumulation has been linked to cognitive decline and neurological issues. While the research is still evolving, it's better to avoid the risk entirely. The best containers are glass or high-quality stainless steel. Glass is completely inert. It doesn't leach anything into your water. Stainless steel is nearly as good, as long as it's food-grade quality. I also recommend copper vessels for special occasions. In Ayurvedic medicine, we've used copper water vessels for thousands of years because copper has natural antimicrobial properties and provides trace amounts of this essential mineral. But here's an advanced tip that some of my long-term patients love. Store your water in glass containers with crystals like rose quartz or clear quartz. While the science is still emerging, many report improved energy and better hydration when drinking crystal-infused water. Susan, 70, from Portland, switched from plastic water bottles to a glass water bottle and noticed improvements in her skin clarity and reduced joint inflammation within just 3 weeks.
And finally, mistake number 6. And this one, if you've been following one-size-fits-all advice like 8 glasses a day, could be setting you up for chronic imbalance.
Now, this one hits close to home because almost all of us have heard that old 8 glasses a day advice. But is that really the right amount for everyone? Or are we missing something critical when it comes to personal needs after 60?
The biggest mistake of all is following generic hydration advice without considering your individual needs. The 8 glasses a day rule is completely arbitrary and doesn't account for your size, activity level, climate, health conditions, or medications. For seniors, this is especially important because so many factors affect hydration needs. Are you on diuretics? Do you have diabetes? Do you live in a dry climate? Are you taking medications that affect kidney function? Here's my personalized hydration formula. Take your body weight in pounds, divide by 2, and that's the number of ounces you need as a baseline. So, a 150-pound person needs about 75 ounces daily. Then you adjust. Add 8 ounces for every cup of coffee or caffeinated tea. Add 12 to 16 ounces for every hour of light activity. Add 20 to 24 ounces for hot weather or heated indoor environments. What about people with medical conditions? If you have kidney disease, heart failure, or are on fluid restrictions, work with your doctor to determine the appropriate intake. If you have diabetes, you may need 10 to 20% more water to help your kidneys process excess glucose. If you're on blood pressure medications, especially diuretics, you might need additional electrolytes, but not necessarily more water. This is where working with a knowledgeable healthcare provider becomes crucial. The best indicator is your urine color. Pale yellow is perfect. Dark yellow means you need more fluids. Completely clear might mean you're drinking too much, too fast. David, 76, from Miami, had been following the 8 glasses rule religiously, but was still experiencing dehydration symptoms. When we calculated his individual needs, accounting for his weight, the hot climate, and his medication, and adjusted his intake to 95 ounces with added electrolytes, his energy and mental clarity improved dramatically.
Doctor, let's bring this all together. After all these insights, what does an optimal day of hydration look like for someone over 60?
Here's the complete protocol I recommend. In the morning, upon waking, drink 8 ounces of warm water with fresh lemon juice and a tiny pinch of sea salt. This rehydrates you after the night's fast and gently jumpstarts your metabolism. Throughout the day, sip 3 to 4 ounces of room temperature water every 30 to 45 minutes. Add a pinch of sea salt to each glass to support cellular hydration and electrolyte balance. Stop drinking water 30 minutes before meals and resume 30 minutes after. Around mid-afternoon, if you're feeling a dip in energy, drink 6 ounces of coconut water or water with a splash of fresh fruit juice. This gives you a natural electrolyte boost without added sugars or artificial ingredients. In the evening, about 2 hours before bed, sip on 6 ounces of warm herbal tea, something like chamomile, passion flower, or lemon balm. These support relaxation while still providing hydration.
Any tips for making sure we stick with it?
Yes. Track your intake for the first week using a glass water bottle with measurements on the side.
This makes it easier to form the habit and recognize your personal hydration patterns. Also, eat water-rich foods. Cucumber, watermelon, celery, lettuce, and tomatoes are excellent. They hydrate, nourish, and contribute valuable fiber. And here's a small tip that adds joy to the process. Add fresh herbs like mint, basil, or cilantro to your water. They enhance the flavor, provide antioxidants, and make the experience more enjoyable, especially for those who struggle to drink plain water.
Let's talk science. Why do these specific recommendations work so well for the aging body?
Hydration after 60 isn't just about avoiding thirst. It's about supporting every system in your body. Proper hydration improves blood flow, enhances nutrient delivery, supports detoxification, and even affects gene expression related to longevity. When your cells are properly hydrated, your skin retains elasticity, your joints stay lubricated, your brain operates more clearly, and your kidneys filter toxins more efficiently. Dr. Gerald Pollack at the University of Washington discovered that water inside our cells isn't just regular H2O, it's structured water with unique properties that enhance electrical activity and cellular function.
And what happens to structured water as we age?
We create less of it. But when we hydrate properly, small sips, mineralized water, room temperature, we support our cells' ability to form and retain structured water. That's why well-hydrated seniors often appear more energetic and resilient than others their age, even if both drink the same volume of water. Harvard Medical School's 2023 study found that seniors who maintained optimal hydration had 30% fewer falls, 25% better cognitive scores, and significantly lower rates of UTIs and kidney stones.
Let's help listeners take action right now. What's the best way for them to start?
Here's your 7-day Hydration Reset Challenge. Day 1-2. Focus only on timing and temperature. Switch to room temperature water, follow the 30-30 meal timing rule, and adopt the small sip rhythm every 30 to 45 minutes. Day 3-4. Add natural electrolytes. Start the morning with lemon water and sea salt, and include a pinch of sea salt in each glass through the day. Day 5-6. Optimize your containers. Switch to glass or stainless steel. If you'd like, try adding herbs, lemon slices, or cucumber for natural flavor. Day 7. Personalize your intake. Use the weight-based formula we discussed and adjust for caffeine, climate, and medication. Fine-tune based on your body's response.
What should people observe during the week?
Keep a simple hydration log. Track how much water you drink, your energy levels at 3 key times, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m., sleep quality, skin elasticity, urine color, and how your joints or mental clarity feel. Most people begin noticing improvements in energy and clarity by day 3. By week 2, we often see improved digestion, less joint stiffness, and even more stable blood pressure.
Are there situations where someone should modify this plan?
Absolutely. If you have kidney disease, heart failure, or take medications that affect fluid balance, consult your doctor before making major hydration changes. If you're on diuretics, coordinate hydration with medication timing. You may need to add electrolytes without increasing total fluid. Diabetics should monitor their blood sugar more frequently during the first week. As hydration improves, glucose levels may stabilize, reducing the need for meds,
but only under a healthcare provider's guidance.
And for folks who say they just don't like the taste of water?
That usually means their taste buds have adapted to sugar or processed flavors. Once you restore mineral balance, plain water begins to taste refreshing again. In the meantime, flavor your water naturally with cucumber, lemon, mint, or berries. Avoid artificial sweeteners and commercial flavor packets. They can make things worse.
For those ready to go above and beyond, what are some advanced hydration techniques?
Start with hydration stacking. Drink your water while doing something that improves circulation, like a 2-minute walk or stretching. This helps the water distribute evenly and get absorbed. Adjust seasonally. In winter, increase warm fluids for circulation. In summer, increase electrolytes to replace what you lose through sweat, even if you don't feel hot. You can also enhance hydration with supplements, liquid trace minerals, magnesium, potassium, and even chlorophyll drops support oxygenation and detoxification. Some patients benefit from adding 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to their water once daily. It supports digestion and blood sugar, but start slow. Emily, 71, from Vancouver, started with the basics, then added chlorophyll and apple cider vinegar. Within a month, her bone scans improved and her chronic fatigue lifted. How do you know it's working? Several indicators. Your skin bounces back when you pinch it. Your lips feel naturally moist. You wake up with steady energy, not brain fog. Cognition improves. Memory, focus, mental clarity. Bowel movements become regular. Appetite becomes more regulated. Blood pressure may stabilize. You sleep deeper and wake less frequently. Joints feel less stiff and you move more freely. Frank, 74, from Boston, tracked everything. After 30 days of proper hydration, his systolic pressure dropped 15 points, joint pain cut in half, and cognitive test scores improved significantly.
Let's finish with something practical. How to build a personalized hydration blueprint.
Step 1. Use the weight-based formula. Half your weight in ounces. Step 2. Adjust based on coffee, climate, medications, or exercise. Step 3. Plan your timing. Wake up water, then sip every 45 minutes, stop 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Step 4. Choose your enhancement. Salt, lemon, herbs, minerals. Start simple, add gradually. Step 5. Select your containers. Prepare your water the night before and place it where it's easy to access.
Any tips for staying consistent?
Anchor water to existing habits. Every time you check email, take a sip. Every time you stand up, drink a few ounces. Pairing hydration with routines creates lasting change. And make it enjoyable. Pretty bottles, fresh herbs, delicious flavors, and the knowledge that you're literally nourishing your body with every sip.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what's the most important message you want our audience to take home? Water is not just a beverage, it's medicine. Every cell in your body depends on it. When you hydrate correctly, you support your brain, your bones, your heart, your digestion, your immunity, everything. At over 100 years old, I've seen firsthand how hydration affects longevity. Most people are doing it wrong, but the good news is the fix is simple and powerful. The 6 mistakes we've covered today are common, but with a few simple shifts, you can transform your water habits from accidental to intentional and unlock better sleep, sharper focus, smoother joints, and deeper vitality. Listeners, which mistake surprised you the most? Are you ready to rethink your relationship with water? Let us know in the comments and share this episode with someone you care about. Every sip can become an act of healing. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time here on the Senior Strength Show, where your journey to vibrant health and graceful aging continues.